Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Oxygen Not Included, which, to be honest with you, I think is still going relatively well. We are having some kind of persistent problems, but those problems do not yet seem to really be something that, and let's just go to speed 1 here for a second. Those problems don't really seem to be threatening, our colony yet. The big one is power. Everything lives and dies with power in this colony. So to be honest with you, as I look at this, and I'm loving this bathroom setup, but as I look at this, I'm saying to myself, how are we going to get more power? It's clear, wait, what are we at kilocalories-wise? 12,000? Are we still making mush loaf? We're making mush loaf. We need to fix this temperature problem as well. Now we can set up a carbon dioxide skimmer as well. I do look at it, though, and say, where do we want the skimmer? Because this is looking fine now. How much space do you need for a carbon dioxide skimmer? Quite a lot. We want it in an area where carbon dioxide has a chance to exist, I suppose. So, I mean, my first thinking is right up here, but it is going to require quite a lot of copper piping. My other thinking is, like, what if you just threw one down here, like, near the compost heap? It'll suck this carbon dioxide up. I believe carbon dioxide, I can't remember, does it have a higher specific heating capacity than oxygen? So it tends to get warmer, making this too warm and thus stifling. I'm going to try one down here. It takes 100 copper. We still need to pipe it up, so it's going to take a minute, but that's okay. But yeah, power remains a large problem. We have some, 8 tons, almost 9 tons of coal. What we lack is, this to be a high priority, sort of like, throw coal in here, apparently. I don't know why it's happening so rarely. Do we have next production in 62 seconds? We're obviously not going to take the next duplicant. I'm pretty pleased with the way things are going, but it'll... Oh, man, it is really inching up there, isn't it? I'm pretty pleased with the way things are going, but we want to keep it that way. Apparently, as many people have told me as well, we need a bottle emptier. And I think the way that I'm going to do a bottle emptier, now that I think about it, is probably something like tile up. I'm looking at this now and I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. Cancel. Something like this. Oh, no, don't set a dig order. Set a tile order. Basically, okay. But we don't want it to be normal tile. Hold up a second. We want it to be a mesh tile that allows gas to go through on the floor. I think. And then something like this. Let me just reject this duplicant real quick. As we get into stuff I'm less familiar with, it is going to take me a little longer to figure out exactly how I want to do these things. But we want a bottle emptier so we don't end up with these bottles just getting piled up everywhere, especially if they contain contaminated water. I don't know that we need one, but my expectation is that we probably will. So, and let me just go over because I'm being a little haphazard right now. Power is a concern. Maybe make this like a priority 6 for now and see what happens. Is that what you're doing right now? Delivering. Probably coal. No. I don't know what you're delivering, actually. Dirt to the research table. Several problems, but not major problems at the present moment. We are going to set up a carbon skimmer, and we're going to use this carbon skimmer to see how it affects particularly the temperature down here. Temperature down here is one problem. Also, oxygen consumption can occasionally be a problem, so carbon skimmer should help. Power is a problem, which is why we're trying to make it so that the coal generator fires a little bit more frequently. So it is now full. I want to see how long it fires. And how much firing gets done to fill up our batteries and essentially just run our base. We also do need a switch, because we want power down here to be off at, well, we want all the lights to be off at night. Right now it's like a country song, Every light in the house is on. The back door, something like the crack of dawn. You know the one I'm talking about. It's called Every Light in the House is On. Apparently we should not kill hatches, because hatches eat resources and then turn them into coal. So we can use that as a sort of renewable, semi-renewable coal source. If we can turn like sandstone into coal, it's quite good for us. You can see, you know, it's producing power, and it's power in the whole base. But once we get automation actually going, which we don't have enough refined. Right, we need to get metal refining. Okay, so do we have... We have worked towards, like, refining level 1, haven't we? No, we have not. Produces sand from minerals. Hopefully that'll do it. We need refined metal. Okay, that's fine. We don't need to refine slime, I think, right now. Where is slime? 33 tons of sand. I think we have no slime, and that's why it doesn't appear, but I'm not totally sure. I'm also getting a little worried about food, mostly because our greenhouse is no longer functional. So, do me a favor, go up to speed 2. We're gonna ride today out. You're washing your hands, you're taking showers, you're taking poops. That's fine. I'm not mad. Power's running, which means Bear doesn't have to do his run on the treadmill trick. I think we'd never want this thing to be this full of coal, because we're gonna end up wasting a lot of power in the process. So what are you doing? What's your game plan? Going to dig. Nothing has a high priority right now, so I do want to assign a little... micromanage slightly. I want this door to be done. I want this carbon skimmer to be done. I think that's it for now. I wouldn't mind just, like, getting this done as quickly as possible. And I wouldn't mind... I know if we make everything a 9, then nothing's a 9, but... This is also more space up here that we can eventually use for something else, but... Essentially, right now, I just want something to be done. There's a lot of showering going on. There's a lot of pooping going on. I accept it. I understand it. I understand why you would do this, but at the same time... Some of the duplicants are hopping into the shower after they poop, and I'm not going to say that that's a bad way to live your life. All I'm going to say is that I don't necessarily think you need to do so. If you want to do so and it de-stresses you, then by all means... This should also be swept up, because we're starting to, you know, edibility is becoming a problem. Thank you. But I think there's a better way. Just washing your hands is going to take less time. That's all I'm going to say about that. So the carbon skimmer, at the present moment, it has no power. That's an easy one. Just hook it up. Takes another 120 watts. It's quite a lot. It has no water intake and no water outtake. So the water intake, we definitely just want to not mess up our pipes here. So this is going to take, wait, what does it build out of? Sandstone. Dude, that's wonderful. We should have exposed piping, because again, it gives you a decor bonus, so... Water input, and then water output. Look, I'm not a huge fan of exposed piping. Looks a little hideous to me, but I'll accept it. Beyond that, it's hooked up relatively easily to the lines, and as long as we didn't cross the wires, this should be consuming carbon dioxide, hopefully making it a little bit cooler down here. Again, I'm not 100% sure if that's how it works, but see, I'm thinking back to like university chemistry classes, and I'm going, oh, it's specific heat capacity of this is this, specific heat capacity of this is this. It's carbon dioxide. It's more dense, thus holds more heat readily than oxygen. I have no idea, is the thing. But when you breathe in, it's cool. When you breathe out, it's warm. So obviously carbon dioxide is warmer than oxygen. That's just, okay, I'm being deliberately ignorant, but I just don't necessarily want people to assume that I'm that I'm as stupid as I come across sometimes, so we're just gonna hold off on that. Alright, so what are you doing here? You're getting water, you're getting sandstone, you're delivering sandstone, you're building the pipes. I respect and appreciate that. This thing's all done. This thing's not done yet, but it's not urgent, I think, to get that bottle emptier. I don't even know if we need a bottle emptier, if I'm being 100% with you right now. Now, every once in a while, I like to take a look at how the colony's doing, and I gotta say, 6 duplicants, 1 stress is the highest level, and the immune systems are 100%. So you'll forgive me, but I'm looking at this situation and I'm going, it seems pretty good. We need to lower the temperature here by 0.7 degrees Celsius. One of the ways we can do that, now that I think about it, we got a hydro fan. What we should just do is deconstruct. We're probably going to want to build a bigger, area in the future. But wait, how does a hydro fan work? Does it blow it blows the air. Of course, but do we want it to blow this way or this? It probably doesn't matter. Okay, so do that. Dig out the wall a little bit. Be very careful, because if you crack into something that can break, you got problems, because your contaminated water supply is right above you. I think about this sometimes when I'm like walking around in my apartment building. I'm like, I wonder how close I am to being surrounded by something just disgusting. Like, where is the crap? I know it's in the pipes, and the pipes are going through the floor, through the walls, but I want like a barometer of how close I am to crap at any given moment. See, okay, wait, I'm stupid. First off, you did complete some research there, and I respect and appreciate that. Thank you so much. I do want to work on water filtration a little bit. Hydrosensor liquid shut-off insulated pipe. How do we filter water? I mean, we just did filtration, right? Refined objects. Generic sensors. We need these sensors, by the way, so that we can really do automation. Fossil fuels, petroleum generator. Fertilizers grows a single plant when sown with a seed. Can be used as a floor tile and rotator. Refrigerator. Maybe we want a refrigerator. We keep getting complaints about that. Healthcare, though. Medical research. Get an apothecary. Hand sanitizer. Pharma chamber. What else are we missing? Artistic expression, which we're still working on. Let's just knock out artistic expression, okay? But hold up. What I was going to say is we're one tile away from flooding our plants with poisoned water. Kind of thing you want to realize before you do it. So what are we going to do? Stay one tile away from that. That should be better. And just to be honest, for my own peace of mind, if you could do this, especially those top tiles at a priority 9, I'd be a happier individual. So in theory, just by placing one hydro fan, we might / should be able to start growing all these plants again. Now, is this going to give us enough food for all the duplicants we need? Probably not. But it continues to be a start. And I'm definitely, we have 24 seeds. We should certainly work on maybe making some more planter boxes or even farming tiles here. But and the next step will be so refinement. Now we can make a rock granulator, produces sand from raw minerals. Inefficiently produces refined metals from raw metal ore. That's what we want, though, because we need refined metals for our automation. Utilities. Hydro fan. I don't know how long must I sing this song. I also don't know how high the range is. Bad oxygen down there, right? Yeah. Well, that's what the carbon skimmer's for, but it's taken 20 years to actually get everything built. And they finished it. My God, these are amazing researchers now. You know what? Do me a favor. Just finish medical research ASAP. You guys are knocking it out of the park right now. So I want this built ASAP. I also want pictures of Spider-Man, if possible. I want the pipes built ASAP, but it might take a little longer than that, and that's okay. So our coal generator is producing... You're gaining power, aren't you? Aren't you? Yes, you are. It's probably producing a little bit too much power. Like, let's look at our report for yesterday. We wasted 0 joules yesterday. Disregard. That's actually excellent. I didn't realize. You going to bed anytime soon, Nick? You missed, like, almost the entire night down there, buddy. Not going to be a great day for you. Probably. I've been there. Saturday of Champions of Fire, I got an hour and a half of sleep. Was not out partying. Just literally so stressed out by the idea of playing Crossy Road that yeah, he's going to continue to sleep. That's good, there's no reason you have to be up early in a colony like this. I mean, there's stuff to get done, but as long as you get it done. I'm like a cool boss. I'm not going to tell you what your hours are. You figure them out for yourself, okay? Building lacks resources. Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm assuming that we have insufficient, I should say, oxygen delivery right now, by the way. Because of the fact that we haven't delivered all of our water for this morning yet, but takes as long as it takes. So you're dropping a lot of cool resources down here into the nothingness of space, and, I mean, if you're gonna... Oh, do not go... What are you doing, you madman? Do not step on that. You're gonna get sick. Just build the mesh tiles first. Like, save yourself the trouble. I guess I don't necessarily want them to empty all bottles in this area, because they're gonna empty, bottles of clean water into here. And got all these bottles coming out of my ears. Bottles of clean water in my head. You got all those bottles, baby. I don't even know I can sing. You guys like Bob Dylan? I mean, who doesn't, right? But like, I don't know what my master plan with this area is. I wanted a bottle opener, and then the contents just spill out. Bottle emptier, I should say. And the contents just spill out onto the... into the contaminated water supply. It's like a manhole cover. You can just throw your trash down there in the sewer. Nobody cares. It's a sewer. Why are you running, man? Like, there's no point right now. Alright, so now that we've done that, our priorities shift. We want to get our first carbon skimmer up and running. It's probably not all the pipes, but it is many of the pipes. And I think for wires, it's already hooked up. If I am correct. Yeah. No? No? What are you doing? You're diving down under the surface of the water to get sandstone. Is there really no other place? We have 86 tons of sandstone. The most effective place for you to have it appears to be, by the way, this needs to be at a 9 as well. The most readily available place to get sandstone would appear to be in a different kind of place, you know, would you think, than necessarily, Wait, nothing has power? But these batteries are firing like crazy. We must have destroyed the grid somehow. I don't think that's it. But I'm a confused boy, so let's hook it up. None of these have power anymore. It is lowering the temperature down here. You gotta give it that. Still 23.1. It's coming down. It's coming down over here, so it should be coming down over here. Slightly. There we go, 23. It should start growing again, because I think it grows up to 23. Insufficient oxygen. Still close, though. Close. I don't know if you need to pump this thing every day. Like, it's kind of a little annoying, but... You have power. You don't have power anymore. Why don't you have power? They're just... What? How did we do that? You had... These lights were on mere moments ago. I don't know what I did to destroy them, but... You do need the light to help it grow. 23.1, 23.1. So it remains 23.1. It doesn't dissipate a lot of heat, apparently, but it... You know, heat rises is the thing. So I'm assuming it's getting out of here. And again, the carbon skimmer is now functioning. It does mess up the decor, but... I want to see what it emits. It should emit clean oxygen. Remove large... Oh, no, they don't produce breathable air. They just reduce carbon dioxide. That still seems good, though. I think that combined with the hydro fan, unless I've lost my mind with respect to what I'm talking about here, has a pretty good chance to just slowly and surely remove a lot of the CO2 from the environment, lower the temperature a little bit. Life is good, you know? We could also, there's easier ways to reduce the CO2, let's be honest, but, okay, so we're up one here. Clothing. Ventilation. Distillation. Improved plumbing. Decontamination. Deodorizer nullifies polluted oxygen. I mean, generic sensor seems like maybe the first thing we would want to get. Or unless we wanted to get... Yeah, let's go agriculture first, because I know that can help me get the, like, unrefrigerated food prompt out of my face. At this point, you should probably just be on continuous, like... But it's probably gonna still continue to stress out our power woes. So these have power now, which this one doesn't. Again, I'm a little confused, but... Oh, because it... Alright. Maybe because I busted up the tiles or something there? I'm not sure. 23.8 degrees Celsius, huh? Can you harvest it? It's just not quite there. We gotta cool it down like way more than that. And the fact that the hydro fan takes labor... This doesn't make me very excited. What about using ventilation? Like if we pump the gas, pump the gas, pump it up. But I mean the thing is, the plants need oxygen to grow. But if that, maybe that's why. Sorry, the plants need carbon dioxide to grow. Maybe that's why we're getting a buildup of carbon dioxide, is because we only have a few plants down here. And to be honest, they're not doing a great job. Maybe they're not doing a great job because it's too freaking hot, so they never breathe the carbon dioxide that we want them to breathe to create a homeostatic environment. So we need to cool it down in here. They start breathing the carbon dioxide. Everything's going well. It's more hunky-dory than it was before. You wouldn't even recognize me anymore. Not that you knew me back then, but it all comes back in the... So we want... and we would want to dump our carbon dioxide someplace that... And again, I don't even know, does carbon dioxide make it warmer? Maybe yes, maybe no. Let's see what else we can build now. Sculpting block, seedling lights, of course. Blank canvas. We didn't build our ceilings very high. But if we could put pictures in areas that the duplicants see sometimes, what is it? It just takes sandstone. I should have made the rooms just very slightly larger, but even just a little bit of art helps out from a decor standpoint, so I think. It's not going to help out too much there, but it is what it is. We're going to run into food problems. The more I'm watching here, the more I'm like, I think food is the big one. Power's doing okay. You know, we put a bunch of coal in the coal generator. It holds for quite some time. Stress is not that bad. Our sleep schedules are getting a little messed up, but food is going to be an issue. So let's take a quick look. Let's nip this in the bud as soon as possible. A farm tile grows a single plant when sown with a seed. It can be used as a floor tile and rotated before construction. You think it's time to build like another greenhouse? And if so, where? Where would we build the greenhouse? Rooftop gardens are all the rage. Perhaps we want to set up like a greenhouse up here. It's not going to be CO2 rich, but what does it cost? 100 dirt? Enables plant domestication. Plant domestication. Dun, 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 dun. I'll tell you what. We need 3 tiles for some of these plants. Let's just try it. Just like this for now. And the idea is we'll put like probably like a manual airlock. Oh no, but do we want, because we want their oxygen to get out. And carbon dioxide sinks. But we don't want the carbon dioxide to, yeah, that's true. We don't want carbon dioxide to come up through here. Maybe we do. Maybe we want to put our greenhouse next to our coal generator. Kind of seems like against everything I've ever thought of in my entire life. But anyway, let's just roll a pneumatic door for now. Assuming these are not permeable. I'm happy with that. And I actually think that in terms of prioritization, prioritize these farm tiles ASAP, because, again, people are really not stressed out right now, but I feel like that'll change once we enter a situation in which nobody's eaten anything. I think that that's where things are going to start to become quite painful. Are doing a lot of dilly-dallying on a regular basis. Carbon dioxide slowly starting to inch its way up here, but again, that's what the skimmer's for. That's the idea, at least. Okay, so these dirt tiles should start to get done pretty soon. We'll get them growing stuff, and I mean, I guess the idea is we probably want lamps in there as well, because they grow better in illumination. We've already wired up, like, this whole area, so... I don't know if you need to put 500 kilograms of coal in it every time, especially when we're at, like, full power. Mealwood. Mealwood grows easily, right? Grows in 10 to 30. Requires oxygen, oh, maybe spits out polluted oxygen? Oh, it must be submerged in one of the following gases, and it doesn't matter which gas. It does make the core bad. The blossom seeds are much harder to grow. Because keeping it under 23 is tough. It's already 23 in here right now, so I think we just pretty much exclusively want to plant mealwood seeds. And it might not be that glamorous as far as food goes, but it is food. I get it. Everybody's got to shower. I do just want to tell you. You also got to eat. So I think we're going to need to go to a priority 9. This is our first real crisis, I think. We're going to need to go to a priority 9 on construction of the meals here. And then, like, a priority 8 on planting all these mealwood seeds. I don't even think there's a point to putting, like, one blossom in here. Because I just don't think it's going to grow. I think I'm learning my lesson here. In fact, I think we should probably get these ones cut out and replace them with mealwood. And we probably should have done that earlier. We should have done it a long time ago. It was a nice barometer to tell us that something was going wrong, but I think it's time to get serious. And you know, if an ad hoc solution gives us a better chance at survival, not just survival for the colony, but survival for each and every duplicant, then I think that this would be a good thing for us to do here. So this is nice. 30 cycles into the game, we're starting to get a genuine crisis. Has me very interested in the way things are going. Plants have died. Yeah, no, I know, but like, I mean, it wasn't really like my intention, but you know, we kind of, it had to be done. So put some more mealwood seeds in there. And then, these things only grow that high. I don't mean to offend them, but it does mean that with Paradise by the ceiling lights, can't get some decent coverage to illuminate them. It's probably not going to be perfect, but if it even gives them like a modest boost, then I'm happy. And then for gases, I mean, they're submerged in gases. Might not 100% be the gases I want them to be submerged in. We probably want them submerged in carbon dioxide, but it seems like it doesn't matter that much. So, good. Josh, you're still pushing out that poop loaf. Sounds gross, but in genuine fashion, I for real appreciate it. We honestly, at this point, deconstruct the hydro fan. We just don't need it. Don't waste your time messing with this hydro fan day in, day out. The temperature is not required to be lower. Plant these. And then I think we're probably getting pretty low on copper. But we want to wire up our ceiling up here. It's going to take more than I'd like to admit. Quite a lot, actually. But as for the benefit of having a second greenhouse, I think it's worth it. Another duplicate? I don't think so. Reject all. We eating too much. That's the problem right now. We've thrown ourselves mildly out of equilibrium. Now, I've had this problem before in Oxygen Not Included. I've had this problem. The thing is, you never know. What are you grabbing there? Mealwood seeds. Oh, gross. You never know if it's going to be the crisis that kills your colony, or if it's just going to be, it's a crisis, you know? At the present moment, it doesn't look great. We did get over our food shortage, which is nice. What do we have for medicine buildings now? We got a medibed and an apothecary. We don't need any of these yet, but, you know, I think we've been doing a pretty good job of staying ahead of the curve. Like to keep it that way. So once we get, I would like to get the art built, to be honest with you as well, but once we get the greenhouse up and running, I want to, I mean, we could also put more plants down here, at least one right there. But I want to, oh my god, we're almost out of water right here as well. They can still, it's not that bad if they run out of water here. It is going to take a while, but they can come down here, and there's plenty of water down here. But yeah, we're starting to run into problems that are happening kind of all at once. Do me a favor, and like, I hate to do it, but just build up those tiles up there. This is why you should not make the ceiling that high, probably. So all of these are planted. Next thing is make sure they are illuminated, like an Elijah Wood film. And that should be kind of a latent handling of our food systems. We did waste 32 kilojoules of food, or 32 kilojoules of power yesterday, which means this thing should go back down to like a 5. Because we're wasting so much coal, probably. How much coal do we have right now? 7.4 tons. Seems like a lot, but it could run out pretty quickly. Especially, you know, we keep adding more stuff. The idea with automation, once we get more of it done, is that automation should allow us to actually use less power. Because at night, we can have our clock sensors trigger and then turn off all of the electronics that are not... I mean, probably it makes sense to keep the oxygen generators functioning, but like we don't need power hooked up to our sink, our shower, our toilet, you know, any of the lamps that are not in areas where humans exist. Because we're leaving, you know, the lights on at night. Not necessarily too functional. I think, I mean, I just want to see some more copper get built, like if possible, like build some of these wires, please, but... probably gonna end this episode here. Not really a cliffhanger, just a, you know, a moment of acknowledging that we had a crisis that's happening, and now after that it becomes acknowledging, you know, what we're gonna do about it. And I think we've kind of started off on the right foot. We got over our food shortage, which is nice, and what we need to do is make sure that we continue to stay over the food shortage. Not quite at oxygen equilibrium, but I have faith that we'll get there. They got it all, man. Alright, cool. I think that's going to do it for now. I think I'm happy with the way that I've handled this crisis. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.